Hello everyone, and welcome to the Halloween countdown. Wah ha 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 ha, etc. So forth. This is Rosemary's baby. I just wanted to watch something scary, that's all. The Blair Witch wasn't scary, it was mind-numbingly painful. So I'm like, Rosemary's Baby! It's famous for being a scary movie and horrific and terrifying, and my mom, who's not actually afraid of horror movies, tells me how much that she hates this movie because of how creepy it is, and I just want to watch a scary movie. I feel like we started off really strong with Babadook. And it's just it went down, and then we got the trick-or-treat, and then it started going down again, and at least the other movies, they weren't as scary, but they were entertaining. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but you know what? Screw it! This movie sucks! This movie sucks so much! I can totally understand why they are making a remake. I can totally understand why they made a little miniseries. I can totally understand why that miniseries failed miserably. I can also tell why I am probably never going to read the book, or the sequel to the book, or the sequel to the TV-made sequel to the movie, because I read what happens in those, and once again, it's full of stupid. What is wrong with just calling the police? Like, seriously, So, Rosemary's Baby is about a stupid woman who, this is before the stupid part, she seems like a very innocent, nice person. And so does everybody else. She gets pregnant, and she doesn't... Look, guys, I really tried to enjoy this movie. I did, okay? But... Okay, so she gets pregnant by the devil, and she's bearing the devil's baby, but she doesn't know it. Instead, she thinks that her neighbors are witches, which they are. Satanic witches, in this case. And thinks they're planning to hurt her baby. So, of course, she doesn't think about going to, say, a general hospital, or, I don't know, the police. All she would have to do is say, I believe these people are poisoning me. I believe these people are poisoning me. She doesn't even have to say the word witches. And then, she's starting at the point where she knows what's going on other than the devil baby thing. She still doesn't know that. She locks herself unsuccessfully in her house, and instead of calling the police, she calls her friggin' friend. Her friend who, has no actual power whatsoever in this situation. There were so many times in this movie where I'm like, pick up a knife. Pick up a knife. Call the police. Scream for help. You are in the middle of New York City. You are on a sidewalk in New York City. Scream for help, woman. Scream for help. They are taking you against your will, and you know that they are poisoning you or doing something horrible to you. And no, she doesn't. You know when she does scream for help? When they have her up against the wall and trapped in her own bedroom. The entire apartment is in on this. And she thinks now is a good time to scream for help. And then, when they're like, oh yeah, the baby died, I'm sorry, which we all know is total bullshit, she knows it's total bullshit, she discovers a hidden room, and again, doesn't call the police. Just, excuse me, see, this is, Rosemary, this is what you needed to do. Hello, this is the police. Yeah, I need some help. There's these people that are in my house. They're in my apartment. There's some kind of weird room they're in this weird room at the back of my house, and I think they've stolen my baby. That's it. That's all they needed to do. All she needed to do. Okay? Like, there are moments in films where I'm like, yeah, calling the police, I can understand. In Babadook, as an example, in Babadook, the mom, after getting the book back for the second time and finding that it's all taped together and stuff, well, she burns the book, for one thing, but then she also goes to the police, because then she starts getting phone calls that have creepy sounds and words from the book, so she goes to the police, and she tells the police about it, but then she sees hanging up behind the police on the coat rack is a trench coat and hat that looks exactly like what the Babadook wears. So instantly she, leaves because she thinks one of the policemen might be the one who's stalking her and stalking her son. That makes sense. In this movie, no, she never seeks anyone in a mass group. She goes alone to a single person. And of course, every person she goes to is in on it. And I think the thing that bothers me the most is that this movie failed to interest me. There was a scene at the beginning where the whole ritual's happening and she's being raped by Satan and she has all these markings on her and she's naked and it's a really, really hard scene to watch. It's very creepy. But then that's it. Then they just hand her drinks that look like cookies and cream, ice cream, and and then the worst part, this is the worst part, is that I was hoping, because eventually she does get a knife, still doesn't call the police, but she gets a knife, and I think, okay, she is going to finally take charge, she is going to be proactive in an intelligent, hopefully intelligent way. So she finds out that her son is actually the son of Satan, and Satan raped her, and her husband is a piece of shit. And they're like, if you join us, Rosemary, then you can be his mom. You can really be his mom. We won't keep him away from you. And then she agrees and goes along with it. And then the movie ends. Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance. They had that whole devil child thing. You know what the mom did? You know what the mom did in that movie? She took off. And, oh, believe me, I was so annoyed at this ending that I looked up and checked to see what sequels there were, if any, and there's a few actually. The sequel for the book and the sequel for the movie is both annoying and stupid, again, because Rosemary doesn't seem to do diddly squat, and when she does do something, she just ends up getting killed at the end anyway. Sorry, I'm so mad I'm knocking over the pieces of my set. In every story, it's like none of it feels satisfying. You don't get this feeling from Rosemary at the end that she is indeed going to find a way to run away with her son or anything. No, she's just like, well, I guess I'm raising the devil's son now. Rock, rock, rock. Rocking the cradle. And it's not that I don't see how this movie was important. I mean, I can definitely see that because it's one of the first movies I did something like this, but it has not aged well. I don't care what anyone says. This movie, not aged well. This was friggin' boring. I know I wasn't this mad when I was watching the Blair Witch Project, but this is 2 days in a row now, okay? 2 days in a row that I've watched a really, really anticlimactic horror movie. Which is not what horror movies are supposed to be. I'm the SlugLady. That was Rosemary's Baby. And I really hope the next movie is actually better. Remember to like, fave, subscribe, all that jazz. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. See ya. Bye-bye.